Hi, everyone. Welcome to another segment of Rising Stars in the United States Backgammon Federation. Today, I'm joined by Mohammad Abbasian, who is the recent winner of the Wisconsin Open. And I'd like to go ahead and get started. Welcome, Mohammad, and please tell me a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Hi, Stu. Hi, everyone. Thank you very much for this interview. It's a very good opportunity for me to spread the love for the game. Um, I'm Mohammad Abbasian, and I live in Madison, Wisconsin. I'm a PhD in civil engineering, and I'm a research associate at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. I'm originally Iranian or Persian, and the interesting thing about the game is that it originates from Persia thousands of years ago, and a lot of kids learn the game early, mainly from their parents. But my story is probably a little different because my parents did not know the game, so I did not learn the game early until I was 25, 26 years old. And one day my uncle taught me the game. And by the game, I mean the Middle Eastern traditional version, which doesn't have the doubling cube. The checker play is almost similar to the modern backgammon, but it's a little different. And to be honest, it's easier to learn, and it has less challenges. Everybody can learn that faster and play that easier. The doubling cube makes the game not probably two times harder, probably 10 to 20 times harder. So I learned that, but not much about strategy or tactics, and I didn't follow the game until I came to the United States. And 2 years ago, I was going through somewhat one of my most difficult periods of life. And back then I was questioning my past decisions, like, why did I do this? Why did I do that? I should have done this. I shouldn't have done that, and things like that. And one night I was sitting in my apartment watching some random YouTube videos, and all of a sudden, YouTube suggested a backgammon video, and I clicked on that and triggered pleasant memories like the warmth of family and relatives, and I enjoyed it. And I was like, this is my game, this game, I love it. This is our game, so I should go back and play it again. So I immediately looked for clubs, and I found our little club here in Madison where we have very good, strong players like Keen Marine, Bill Minzer, Stan Livingston, Alan Gold, and some other good players. And I joined them in the very first night. They all beat me bloody. But I didn't get disappointed. I joined them, and I realized that they were doing something. They were counting, they were thinking, they were
Yeah.
doing some sort of analysis. I was like, isn't this supposed to be a dice game? What are they doing? So there must be some knowledge and experience involved. So I did some research online. I still don't have any mentor or teacher, which is not a good thing. I don't recommend that. Uh, but I found Backgammon Bootcamp, which is known as the Bible of Backgammon.
Oh,
Uh,
nice. Yeah.
yeah, and I started reading that, but to be honest, it was not a good choice. The way that I personally describe Backgammon Bootcamp is that it's a medication for experts, but a poison for beginners because the book is very deep. It has different layers of information, and in order to understand it, you need to have some fundamental knowledge of the game. And it took about 1 year for me to read the book because I do a lot of probability and statistics in my own work. I work on the impacts of climate change and floods and droughts, so it involves a lot of probability and statistics. So
Very cool.
I wanted to understand numbers precisely. I wanted to do the calculations, so it took a lot of time. And I didn't make much progress during that 1 year. And I attended my first tournament, the Wisconsin Championship last year. I played intermediate. It was not much successful. I didn't have some fundamental um, knowledge of the game, but I stayed in the game because this is the important thing. The game started to teach me fundamental life lessons. Uh, it taught me that you should never criticize your individual past decisions ever. Because the game tells us that you might make good decisions and still lose, or make terrible decisions and win. So you should not criticize past decisions. But does that mean that it's okay to make mistakes? No. If you make the same mistakes over 30 years of your life, that's not okay. But you should make mistakes, learn from them, and move on, and do not criticize yourself ever. So that was a very good motivation for me because that's exactly what I needed back then. I was in a tough spot. I was criticizing myself and I learned no, you should just learn and move on. And there are many other good lessons in the game. How you make decisions, how you manage your luck, how you deal with your angry opponent if they smash the clock or if they taunt you or, if you roll terribly and your opponent rolls well. How do you manage your own emotions and feelings? And I usually say, if you can manage your anger in this game, you have some chances that you can manage your anger in your real life. But if you get angry in the game, you probably get angry in in your real life as well.
I
So
definitely think
that's why,
there's a
yeah,
sense of the cruelest game gives you a nice sense of preparation for extreme frustration in the real world as well. If you can handle some
exactly.
of these crazy momentum swings,
Yeah,
you can handle maybe like failing a test or something, and then just get back on your horse, figure out what you did wrong, try harder. And then sometimes you don't even do anything wrong and you still lose because that's just that's also life in a way. So that's very fascinating. Could you tell me a little bit more about um, the conclusion of your not so successful intermediate run and how it sort of materialized into your incredibly successful open run? And you tell me a little bit about the choice you made to choose to play in the open level in this year's tournament.
yeah, sure, of course. So I knew that, I do research, so I basically research the game as well
Yeah.
to, to the extent that I can. So I knew that I was on the wrong pathway, meaning that backgammon bootcamp was not a right start. So I started to revise my whole study plan. I selected specific books that targeted my fundamental mistakes, or somehow I realized that I had to improve fundamental understanding and knowledge of the game. So I selected proper books. Meanwhile, even if I have time, I watch YouTube commentaries because, commentaries are very useful. You try to find the best move yourself, and when you hear the commentary, then you solidify your knowledge or you improve your knowledge. Um,
Do you have any
the,
favorite commentators?
yes, Justin Noel.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, MCG is a very good commentator, I would say. I very much like his commentaries. Um, so watching YouTube videos, reading some essential books, and also playing as much as you can. Walter Trice says something important. He says, you can play chess reasonably well if you have the knowledge, but not the experience. But you cannot play backgammon well if you have the knowledge, but not the experience, because the position involves a lot of randomness. Your brain must see so many different positions that it can extrapolate to the end of the game and find the best moves at each position. So experience matters a lot.
Very
I
well said.
he Yeah, I hear that many experts or professionals criticize beginners. Did you see that move? Did you see that hit? No, because you didn't look carefully. No, that's not the case. They look carefully. They don't see the moves because with every number on the dice, there are many possible combination of moves, and the brain are not ready to filter out the moves and find the best moves. So I started to read proper books. I started to develop my understanding of match play, which is important.
Mhm.
Kid Woolsey's How to Play Tournament Backgammon was an important step toward understanding how to manage my matches. And I realized that my PR was grinding down around 8 or 7, which is the average open level players, I would say. So I decided to attend the open division because I was like, if I'm going to lose, I'd rather lose to stronger players and learn something by, through my matches. Why not? Instead of losing to dice, I'd rather lose to strong players. But I was determined, to be honest. I knew that I was winning something. I was not expecting the championship, but I was determined. I stayed focused. And to be honest, I think I lost about 3 pounds over the weekend because I didn't eat much. I kept my stomach empty to just, keep all the blood in my brain rather than around my
Okay.
stomach.
All right. Tips from the masters here. Okay. I gotta remember that one.
Yeah, so stayed focused throughout the match, and I just try to enjoy rather than winning because one important lesson that I've learned from the game is that there is no win or loss. It's just a game. Enjoy the show. Do not think about winning or losing. Every single opponent is respectable and they have decent chances against you. You have decent chances against them. So just do your best, stay focused, do not complain, and enjoy the show.
And
And
don't eat.
that's
And don't
exactly
eat.
what it.
Right. And don't eat.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, what is one thing that we could share with any up and coming backgammon players that are interested in following in your footsteps here, and then could you tell me a little bit about what you hope to plan to do next in your backgammon journey?
Yeah, so I truly believe that if, let me tell you that differently, my opinion. So Filsenberg always says that all kids must learn this game because they realize how to manage good luck and bad luck, which is very true. My idea is that if I live long enough that I get to the age of 65, I will write a book on why every human must learn this game. So it's never late. Everybody should learn this game because this is, I always say this somehow, my proverb. I say, backgammon is not love, backgammon is life. Even more important than love, it's life, it's a prototype of life. You learn many important concepts through this game. So please, if you have not played the game, join. You will love it. And I'm just a little heads up. The game can be addictive, so be careful.
That's wise words. I could definitely see why you have this passion for the game, and so tell me a little bit about what's next. What do you plan on doing next?
Yeah, so, backgammon is not a profession for me. It's somehow, as I said, it's true love, and I learned life lessons from it. But I have the passion to improve, grind my PR down further, minimize my mistakes, and hopefully attend more tournaments in the future because I love the backgammon community, the people, the vibes they have, interacting with them, talking to them is lovely. You get energy from them. So I'd love to attend more tournaments, but I need to study more. I would love to do that. Um, and at this stage, I think I'm familiar with the strategies because, knowing game plans and strategies are important. Then I need to learn more details about small tactics. So that's my plan to improve those. And probably I can do that by playing more, analyzing my moves. If I cannot figure out why I made a mistake or blunder, now I would share it on Facebook, discuss that with people, get their insights, and try to learn from them.
Thank you. That's incredibly profound and wise words for the future backgammon players out there and current ones. So thank you for your time, and it's been wonderful to talk to you, and we look forward to seeing many more tournament appearances in your future and hopefully play online as well.
Thank you very much, Stu. It was a pleasure talking to you.